my beautiful friends. The Style Logic is a really powerful and really important tool in the Style Key system. And because of this intersection between the importance and the complexity of the issue, I've been thinking for quite a while how I can best present this information to you. And what I've decided to do is to make a series of videos, like a Style Logic playlist. So this is the first video, and I'm going to start by explaining what a Style Logic is and why you need one. So first, I'm just going to start with some hints that you need a better Style Logic. Number one, you don't really like the clothes that you have, but you're not really sure what to focus on when you're shopping or how to actually move forward with your wardrobe. Number two, shopping feels confusing and stressful. Maybe you never find anything that you like. Or number three, you buy lots of cool new things all the time, but then you don't end up wearing them for all kinds of reasons. Number four, your closet is disorganized and finding things that you want to wear is a challenge. Number five, you're really focused on your body and its so-called flaws or problems, and you can really believe that fixing your body would somehow make all the style things click into place. Number six, you're never fully satisfied with your outfit because you can always point out some flaw. Number seven, you spend lots of time learning about style, making mood boards, researching things, but despite all that effort, you don't feel like you're actually moving forward and making progress. And number eight, just style makes you feel frustrated, insecure, and kind of bad about yourself. So some of these points on the list will always be true for all of us, but if you find that, most of these things are true for you, it's a really good indication that your style process isn't working very well for you. A functional style process looks very different from what I've described. When your style process works really well, you are able to figure out your needs and wants. You're able to add new things to your wardrobe. Of course, shopping takes time and effort, but the process should be smooth, creative, and fun. You know how to organize your closet, you know how to put together outfits. When you're getting dressed in the morning, it's actually an enjoyable experience. Clothes and your style charges up your personal batteries and helps you feel safe, confident, strong, beautiful, all the good stuff. And most importantly, when your style process is functional, you are confident in your style without requiring your appearance or your outfits to be perfect or to reach some sort of mythical level. So if all of that sounds like an impossible dream, I promise it's not. It's just the result of applying an effective Style Logic, and I'm here to help you with that. So first, let me define the concept of Style Logic for you. A Style Logic is a decision-making framework for personal style. It's your personal thought process for choosing clothes and then for judging whether you made the good choices. And if you find yourself intrigued but also kind of confused by this definition, that's totally okay. The reason I wanted to start with this video is because this is not like a normal, regular, typical way to conceptualize personal style. I didn't learn it from any existing style system. I'm not aware of any system that talks about it explicitly, because it's really, really helpful and important for this to feel less abstract, to understand that any style advice or style system does contain a style logic within it. It's just implicit. So let me give you a familiar example to make it seem really straightforward. So seasonal color analysis, you know that it's based on the work of Susan Cagill and Carl Jackson, and the idea is that you figure out like your color season, you look at your hair, your eyes, your skin, and you find what seasonal palette best harmonizes with those colors. So let's look at the style logic in this system, breaking it down. So the first part of the style logic definition is the thought process for choosing clothes. So how do I choose clothes following seasonal color analysis? Yeah, color is the first step. You get a fan of your personal colors or some sort of, list of colors you're allowed to wear after your consultation, and you use this collection of colors when you're buying clothes in a store. Now, the second part of the style logic equation was judging whether or not you're making good choices. How do you know if your style choices are good? In the seasonal color analysis, how would you know that? Yeah, I think basically if you choose clothes in your colors and you like the clothes and they work for you, that's a good choice. And conversely, if you're choosing clothes like in a color that's not harmonious to you, it's not your best look. Or in seasonal color analysis, there's also, a specific season. So mixing, for example, a really warm with a really cool color, not that successful according to the approach. So yeah, it's a color system. They give you color advice. That's it. It's not meant to help you figure out other aspects, all aspects of style. And we can talk about like the strengths and weaknesses of this, but that's not what the video is about. The video is just to illustrate that different style guidelines and systems, whether it's seasonal color, whether it's the fruit system, if it's Kitchener, Truth is Beauty, if it's Kibbe, whatever you're following, any style advice contains a style logic that helps you make these style choices. And this is like the really important thing I want to highlight in this video, is that personal style is really all about making choices. You need to decide, what's the direction I'm going in my wardrobe? What am I going to buy in the store? How do I put these pieces together? Like, so I make an outfit. Which of my outfits, which of my pieces do I wear today? It's a lot about deciding. And not only do we need to decide stuff, but we really need to have confidence in the choices we're making. And that is really, really important and super empowering to understand, that you need a way to decide whether your style choices are actually like good or not, whether you're on the right track or whether you need to change. Because there's no like perfectly correct style, right? Style is always artistic. It's always subjective to who you are, what's going on with you, and like so many different factors. So there will always be someone who doesn't like what you're serving because of that subjectivity, right? And it's not just style, right? It's like this way for any subjective taste choices in life. So it's like if you were to bring the tastiest homemade tiramisu to a dinner party, and then one of the guests there's like,
oh, I'm not that fond of tiramisu, and what's really tasty is apple pie with vanilla ice cream. That's what I like.
And at this point, you could be like, oh my god, did I make a mistake? Like, am I so stupid? I spent hours making this tiramisu, and you could get confused and sad and start basically questioning yourself. And now, like, that's absurd, right? Because tiramisu is amazing. Not everyone has to like it, but it's a great dessert. So it's not the time to start doubting yourself if you're at the dinner party. It's your time to be confident and be like, well, okay, you can just enjoy it anyway. Okay. The point is, I wanted to say the tiramisu point because it's just like everything else in life, you need to have confidence in your decisions. And when you have confidence, you will know the value of what you're doing. It's so important for you to feel good about the style choices you're making, about the aesthetic you're creating, like the little earrings you pick out to match your outfit, whether or not you're wearing like dressed up or you're dressed down, whatever it is. The confidence helps you stay the course and actually grow in the direction you want to go to, because you don't want to change your direction based on one day feeling off, or like a person giving you their opinion and you didn't even care about that, or because you tried something new but you haven't like immediately gotten a bunch of compliments, right? Or because the new H&M released their new catalog and everything looks super different, and apparently like maybe that's really cool too. So there's all these things that want to knock you off course, and you got to stay the course in order to grow in your own personal style. And to stay the course, you need the style logic. So that's the first video about the style logic. Please let me know if you're enjoying this little format. In the next video, we are going to talk about the style key system and what is the style logic there. And until then, I really invite you to just like reflect on your style process. How do you make choices? Do you like the process by which you make your choices? Does it feel good for you? It's big questions. Okay, see you next time. Bye.